Why does it seem like it's harder now than ever to get Etsy sales? And did you do something wrong with your Etsy shop to make this happen? Or is Etsy just changing for the worse? Today, I'm going to break down the most common reasons why you're not getting Etsy sales in 2026 and what worked in 2020, even in 2022, chasing what is allegedly trending on Etsy, building a shop that's filled with holiday listings. None of that works anymore. And the sellers who were growing consistently up until around 2022, those people saw sharp declines when they did not evolve. I started my Etsy shop in 2016. I put up a listing with a couple words on it, one photo, I forgot about it. 2 months later, I made a sale. 8 weeks later, after implementing some strategy, I'm making over $10,000 a month. And that's with just a few listings. That would never happen right now. But here's where it gets more specific. Because even if you know the platform changed, most sellers are still making a foundational mistake even before they list their first product. And this is that niching down is outdated advice. A niche on Etsy does not tell you anything about whether the people buying in that niche have money, buy consistently, or are a good customer to sell to. Instead of choosing a niche and boxing yourself in, you need to choose a customer first. Someone who has job security, discretionary income, maybe expensive hobbies and activities, most importantly, consistent spending habits. You might think, I'm going to do the dog niche. I think people who have dogs want to spend money on them. Well, not necessarily. Some people with dogs, they are spending $80 a week on premium, organic, fresh dog food delivered to their door. And then there's other people who are buying the cheapest dog food on the shelf at Walmart. So choosing a niche instead of choosing customers likely means that your product mix, your branding, your pricing could be pointed at the wrong person. Now, even if you've nailed your customer, there is a very specific product mistake that might make you invisible in search. And this is that your listing has no real value proposition. I'll explain. Buyers on Etsy are comparing listings to each other. And what are they comparing? The listing photo and the price point. That is what they're looking at. They're not reading the little parts of your title. It's not about the SEO. The SEO got your listing to show up in search results, but it's the listing photo and price point that will convert them or lose them. If you are not winning with your value proposition, your combination of your photo and your price point, you are going to lose. Most struggling shops have photos that look like everyone else's, photos that don't show the scale or the value appropriately. Over time, when you don't get clicked on, you're not getting chosen, Etsy starts to push you lower and lower and lower. It's literally a 2-second comparison. And regardless of how good your SEO is, if you don't win the click, Etsy's going to push you down to the next page and the next page and the next page. So for example, we see this listing here, personalized mom candle gift, $33. We're competing in search results against much stronger value propositions. Like here's this one. 3 candles are shown in the photo at a price point of $14.50. In this comparison, when someone sees this and they're comparing it to one candle at $33, what looks like a better value? Who's going to win in a 2-second comparison? So basically, no matter how amazing your SEO is, you could be invisible if you're not winning with your value proposition. Now, let's say your photo is good and your SEO is solid. Well, there's still one bottleneck that newer sellers almost never fix. And this is having no order velocity. And they don't know that this is killing them because Etsy's algorithm, they do not care how good your listing looks if it's not getting orders. You have to get orders in order for Etsy to show you to people. Yet you have no orders, so how will Etsy show you to people? Okay, order velocity is basically how many sales or orders a listing gets in a given period of time. And Etsy uses this heavily to determine your ranking. So if your competitors, best sellers, are getting like 20 orders per day and you are getting 1 order per day, well, Etsy is not going to show your listings to those buyers. They're not going to show you at the same level in search results. You have to focus on driving your own warm traffic to your listings to increase that order velocity early on. We primarily recommend doing this through Pinterest and Facebook groups. This artificially forces sales and order velocity early on because you're doing a little bit of extra work to drive extra traffic to your listing, giving it an advantage. Pinterest is the long game. I had over 555,000 visits to my Etsy shop from Pinterest. Facebook groups, I attribute Facebook to be the reason I went from 1 order to $10,000 a month within 8 weeks so quickly. Facebook was the one extra thing I was doing that my competition was not. You can drive fast, high converting traffic with groups. with Facebook, you're like jump starting the car. You are starting your shop and then pouring gasoline on the fire. My YouTube editor, he did a Facebook post, made 100 sales from it within 24 hours. Does Facebook work in 2026? Absolutely. A lot of people think it doesn't, and let them think it doesn't, because if that just means less competition for you. Now, you're not linking anything on Facebook. We never use a link. That is like the most important part. And if you want to know more about my Facebook strategy, come to my trainings. I do free master classes, and I often go deep into the Facebook strategy on these classes. So we'll put the link below to register for one of my free, longer, like 60-minute classes if you want to learn more about that. Now, if you're doing all of this and you're still not seeing results, there could be one more thing that almost everyone misses at the product level. And this is having a product that is not built to snowball. So get this, a shop that has 1,000 listings in it might not be making any money. I see this every day. But a shop that has the right 30 listings in it, built in an optimized way, it could be making over $20,000 a month. It truly is quality over quantity. Most shops that are stuck have kind of one of two problems. Either they have like a general store that is trying to sell everything to everyone, like they don't know their profitable customer, or they are like chasing down holiday listings that have a super short, like 4 to 12 week lifespan, and neither approach builds momentum. But a strong Etsy shop is built around a dynamic product mix. And this includes a loss leader. It has mass appeal. It's evergreen. It's going to sell year round. But then they combine it with mid-tier and more premium products that drive up average order value. Every listing in your shop should serve your ideal customer. When you think about shops that have like 250 orders a day, they didn't get there by just chasing Christmas mugs every December, right? They got there with evergreen products and loss leaders that are driving daily velocity. The next steps are your choice. You can keep doing more of what you're currently doing that's not working, or you can commit to learning the strategies of today. It's not that difficult. It's some few simple changes. If you want to learn more about how to actually implement these changes, come to my next free class. And if you want to talk about your shop, you can always book a free 45-minute call with my team. We have experts that you can talk to about Etsy, about your challenges, about your roadblocks. And on that call, we can put together a custom coaching plan to fit your needs. All that to say, there's no reason for you to stay stuck. All right, everyone, I will see you in my next video.